When I started this experiment, I wasn't trying to lose weight or follow a diet. I simply wanted to understand why my energy crashed after every meal. It didn't matter what I ate, rice, pasta, fruit, or even a so-called healthy smoothie. Within an hour, I felt foggy, tired, and craving something sweet again. It was as if my body was on a roller coaster I never signed up for. Then one small idea crossed my screen one night: the food order method. Scientists claimed that by changing the order in which you eat your food, you could balance your blood sugar without giving up anything. No diets. No restrictions. Just order. That sounded almost too simple, and that's why I decided to test it for 7 days. The first morning of the experiment felt ordinary. I prepared my usual breakfast: coffee, toast with honey, and a few bites of fruit. I measured my blood sugar before eating. It was normal. 30 minutes later, I checked again. The numbers had jumped. My heart felt a little faster, and my focus started to fade. I realized this was the same pattern that had ruled my afternoons for months. So I wrote down a promise in my journal: for the next 7 days, I wouldn't change what I eat, only how I eat it. The concept was simple. Every meal would follow one rule: start with vegetables, then protein and fats, and only at the end, eat the carbohydrates. Scientists had observed that when you begin a meal with fiber and protein, they slow digestion and create a kind of protective barrier in the intestines, delaying the absorption of glucose. That delay could flatten the blood sugar spike by up to 70%. The human body, I thought, is like a rhythm. It doesn't like chaos. Maybe I had been feeding it in the wrong sequence all along. Day 1 began with skepticism. I made a small salad first, just cucumbers and greens with a drizzle of olive oil. Then I ate 2 boiled eggs. Only after that did I allow myself the same toast with honey I usually started with. The strange thing was that after finishing, I didn't feel heavy or sleepy. I waited an hour, took a reading, and the number was lower than usual. It was the same food, but my body responded differently. I noted it down, wondering if it was just luck. By day 2, I started noticing a calmness after meals. My body didn't demand coffee in the afternoon. I could think clearly longer. The rule was starting to make sense. When you eat vegetables first, their fiber coats your stomach lining, slowing the sugar absorption that comes later. Protein then releases hormones that tell your brain, you're full, and fats make that feeling last. Only after those steps does your body meet the carbs, which now enter a slower, steadier bloodstream rather than flooding it all at once. The body doesn't panic. Insulin stays calm. Energy stays stable. Day 3 surprised me the most. I had rice for lunch, something I usually avoided. I followed the food order perfectly: vegetables first, then chicken, then rice. 30 minutes later, no slump. No need to lie down or reach for sugar. I checked my readings again, and for the first time in months, my levels stayed within the ideal range even 2 hours after eating. That was when I realized this wasn't just science, it was logic. The order we eat might be as important as the food itself. By the 4th day, I began to notice smaller changes that had nothing to do with numbers. My mood was steadier. My skin looked less tired. I wasn't waking up at night craving something sweet. It felt as though my body had stopped fighting me. I thought about how often we chase diets that forbid, restrict, or punish, when maybe what our bodies crave most is rhythm and respect. The food order wasn't a rule, it was a conversation. Eat in harmony with your body's flow, and it starts responding with gratitude. One thing I added midway was a glass of water with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar 10 minutes before eating. Research shows that vinegar slightly lowers the glycemic response by slowing stomach emptying. It's a small, almost invisible habit, yet it enhanced the effect. On some days, I also walked for 10 minutes after meals. That short walk acted like a natural insulin. It helped my muscles pull sugar out of the blood faster. Together, these tiny steps felt powerful. None of them required control or willpower, only awareness. The 5th day was my test of temptation. I went out with friends for pizza. Normally, that meal would send my energy crashing for hours. This time, I followed my rule discreetly. I ate the salad first, then some of the cheese topping, and finally the crust. Later that evening, I realized I wasn't yawning, and my stomach felt surprisingly light. It was proof that balance isn't about perfection, it's about sequence. By day 6, something inside me shifted. I no longer thought about food as good or bad. There were just better ways to combine and time it. Even sweets felt less powerful over me. When your blood sugar is stable, your cravings lose their voice. You start eating out of intention, not impulse. My body, which had once felt like a stranger, was becoming an ally again. The final day felt calm. I wasn't chasing proof anymore. I had already seen it in the mirror, in my energy, in how I woke up. My readings had dropped by nearly 20% on average compared to before. But the most beautiful part wasn't in the numbers. It was in the quiet realization that food didn't control me. I could enjoy what I loved, just differently. That was freedom. When I looked back at my notes from the start, I noticed a pattern in every entry. The days I followed the food order were smooth, even emotionally. The days I rushed or skipped steps, my mood dipped again. It made me realize how deeply our blood sugar affects not just our body, but our mind. Spikes in sugar trigger spikes in cortisol, the stress hormone, creating mood swings, fatigue, and anxiety. Stability in sugar means stability in emotions. It's not just a nutrition hack, it's a mental health tool. People think controlling blood sugar means giving up everything sweet, but in reality, it's about slowing sweetness down. Your body can handle sugar, it just can't handle speed. The food order method slows time inside your body. That's the real secret. When the stomach receives food in layers, fiber, protein, fat, then carbs, it becomes like a gatekeeper, releasing glucose gradually, giving the pancreas space to breathe. Imagine a peaceful traffic light system inside your veins, where every molecule knows when it's allowed to pass. That's balance. By the end of the week, I also noticed another hidden benefit: sleep. Nights were deeper, my heart rate lower. Stable blood sugar means fewer midnight adrenaline bursts, so you stay in deeper sleep cycles. I woke up more refreshed, which made mornings lighter. It was as if one tiny habit had untangled a chain reaction I didn't know existed. Everything in the body, I learned, is connected by rhythm, hormones, mood, digestion, even thoughts. Looking back, I realized why this experiment worked so powerfully. It wasn't the food order alone, it was awareness. Most of us eat while distracted, scrolling, rushing, half present. The food order method forced me to slow down, to taste each layer of the meal, to be mindful without even trying. When you eat in sequence, you become aware of what's next. That awareness transforms the meal from automatic to intentional, and your body responds differently. Digestion begins in the mind long before it reaches the stomach. I remember a small moment on day 7. I was eating a bowl of rice and lentils, my favorite comfort food. I paused halfway, looked at the spoon, and thought, I'm not tired anymore. That realization hit me harder than any scientific graph. The feeling of steadiness is priceless. That's when I knew this experiment wasn't ending, it was becoming part of me. If you're curious to try it yourself, start small. Don't change your recipes, don't count anything, don't panic. Just reorder your plate. Begin every meal with something green, even if it's just a handful of lettuce or cucumber. Follow it with your protein, eggs, beans, chicken, or tofu. Add a bit of healthy fat like olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Then enjoy your carbs last. You'll notice the difference within 3 days, not just in your readings, but in your clarity, your hunger, and your sleep. This method doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for presence. You can enjoy a piece of cake at the end of a balanced meal and still keep your levels stable, because your body is prepared. The order you eat determines the order your hormones respond. When insulin rises slowly, it also falls gently, leaving no crash behind. That's the hidden beauty of balance. You don't need to fight your biology, you just need to cooperate with it. Some people have asked me if this method replaces exercise or medicine. It doesn't. It complements them. It's a foundation, a way to make everything else work better. If you walk daily, eat with awareness, and let nature's rhythm guide your meals, your body begins to heal itself quietly. It's not magic, it's design. At the end of this 7-day test, I didn't just find stable blood sugar. I found peace with eating. I learned that balance isn't built by deprivation, but by order. When you respect your body's sequence, it rewards you with steadiness. No guilt, no diets, just rhythm. Try it for a week. You have nothing to lose but the roller coaster. Because food isn't the enemy, and sugar isn't evil. The only real problem is speed. Slow it down, and you'll discover that your body was never broken, it was just waiting for you to listen. So here's your challenge: for 7 days, don't change what you eat, only the order. Start with greens, follow with protein, end with carbs. Watch what happens. Let your body show you that health doesn't require punishment, only patience. And when you feel the shift, when you wake up one morning and realize your energy feels smooth, your thoughts clear, your cravings quiet, remember this: that's balance. That's your biology smiling back at you. Because the truth is, your body always wanted to heal. It just needed a little order. If this inspired you, share it with someone who's tired of strict diets and guilt. Tell them there's another way, one that works with nature, not against it. Subscribe for more gentle experiments that prove healing doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes, the smallest change, like the order of your food, can change everything.